So the iPhone 7 is announced today. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android. I have an LG phone. I'm starting to think that, yesterday I talked about hype in hockey. Maybe this is a life thing. Maybe, I look at video games, movies, sports, music. Everything's hype now. And I'm pretty chill. So I don't buy into hype unless it's something specific. Like the new Star Wars movie. Absolutely I'm there. But the new iPhone, it's like, oh, they took the audio port away. Yeah, because they want to force you not to use regular headphones. They want to force you to use their item that costs you a lot more money. It was something I learned when I worked for Microsoft. Um, and this was kind of a trickle down. I didn't hear this directly, so this is hearsay. Basically, when you pick up Windows and you're like, oh, this thing fucking kills my computer. That's the plan. The idea is this. So IBM, I'm dating myself there, but IBM puts out a new computer. This is obviously looking way back when, a new desktop. So we're going to have this new desktop, and it's going to have this much RAM, this much storage space, and this much everything. How do we justify making somebody pay for it? In comes Microsoft. Well, we can make sure Windows doesn't run on the old system. So we'll introduce a new Windows upgrade, a new Windows, whether it was Windows 2000, Windows XP, whatever Windows was. It wouldn't run on an old computer. It would only run on a new one. That's because there was sort of a gentleman's agreement between the manufacturers of computers and Microsoft to make sure that you have to buy the latest to run the latest software, and the latest software will only run on the latest program. And they'll make sure they hype it up so you have to have it. Even though I'm old enough to remember Windows 95, and I liked Windows 95. Like, I have Open Office on this that I do for writing my books, and I enjoy it, but it's not the same. There are so many distractions now, and everything's bright and vibrant and shiny and distracting. I find it strange. This is not hockey related, obviously. It's something I'm trying to I'm trying to wrap my brain around what was on the news when I first turned it on. And there's things that you don't think should happen in this world. And to me, and you can go to CNN's website and see it, but and this may get me demonetized, but to me, gas attack, that's just you don't ever, under any circumstances. Very, very few things upset me in this world. I've been around long enough that I don't get upset. That genuinely upset me when I got home. So, all right, that's out of the way. I'm going to get into Philly later. Obviously, I'm not going to spend 4 minutes talking about something else and then go into, hey, Flyers fans, welcome. Welcome to the social consciousness of the hockey guy. Now, it's funny because people are always asking me, who do you think's going to have a big year? Who's going to have a big year? And it is a difficult call to make. But I will say this. TSN has a wacky way of looking at it. Travis Yost did a season's predictions, and he based it on goal differential. Goal differential is an interesting way of looking at it. Certainly, if a team scores more than it gets scored on, they should probably win. Sometimes when I look at the advanced stats, and I look at all these stats that people use to come up with formulas for winning, I think, okay, so if you score more goals, you win, huh? That's fascinating. That's, oh, wow. Stop the presses. So you've got 18 million formulas here and all this and times pi to the x squared and E equals mc squared, and then you throw it, you send that information out and it bounces off the moon and it comes back that Washington's the best team in the league. Wow. Took you all that stuff, huh? I find it strange that in terms of the extra statistics we have, and it's a lot of extra information. And at the end they go, yeah, the Kings are pretty good. Yeah, they won the cup twice. Can you tell me something I don't know? Can you tell me that deep down the best team in the league is Columbus? That would be fantastic news. It would be wrong, but it would be hilarious. I would get a real kick out of seeing something, some kind of formula that goes, hey, look, Columbus is the best team in the league. Also, I was asked about my favorite coach for quotables and whatnot in the NHL. Tortorella's up there. Apparently today he stated that um, anybody who doesn't stand up for the national anthem at the World Cup is benched for the game. Um, and even though I said in a video previously, oh God, this is political again. I stated Kaepernick is allowed to do that. I didn't state whether I agreed or disagreed. I'm not getting into that. I'm going to take that. I'm Canadian, eh? I'm up north, eh? So I don't need to worry about that. All we worry about is our maple syrup and hockey. Um, so I stay out of that. But for Tortorella to say that, I think is kind of awesome. I get a kick out of that. Um, and then the first thing that occurred to me when I thought of that was, I don't think on the American team for the World Cup there's a visible minority there. Seth Jones would be on the 23 and under team. He wouldn't be on the American team. But again, I'm like, how long do I think about this before somebody can go, you sound racist? Like I don't know where the line is. Like everything nowadays is just you got to be really careful. And so I have to be, on my best behavior. I guess I could look up the rosters, but who cares? The rosters are changing every day anyways. But Tortorella's always a good interview. Always. Daryl Sutter's always a good interview too. Um, Sutter's dry wit is fantastic. He's like the Stephen Wright of coaches. And I'm not going to explain who Stephen Wright is. You have to look up Stephen Wright if you don't know who Stephen Wright is. Because dry doesn't begin to describe him. My favorite joke of his was, if you bought powdered water, what would you add? Oh my, how is that news? How is that news? Oh God. Anyways, I'm not again. I don't want to get political because they'll disavow me and disfranchise themselves from me. So, um, I've been thinking all day about how I want to do this. So the basic plan is I'm going to go ahead and move Mr. Camera. Now, if you look over in that corner, in the middle there, underneath the picture of the doctors there, the poster, that's my fireplace, my gas fireplace. I want to have some kind of an apparatus that goes from this corner, goes all the way across, and probably up to here. Now, that bed, that's my son's old bed, and honestly, if you hear my cats climbing something, that's what they're climbing. I've kept those only because of the cats. The only reason they're not in a landfill somewhere is because they keep the cats away from me. Because I know they need to climb. They're little baby kitties, and it keeps them in shape. And if I get rid of them, then they climb Mr. Couch here, and that's not acceptable. But I want to have some kind of apparatus that goes across. Now, obviously, those DVDs will move over to this corner here in front of that counter because my movie channel that I have going, I've got all these posters here. I've got, of course, this TV here now. What I've noticed on a lot of video channels is that they'll have a television or a monitor in the background, and they'll have like a static image there. I like that idea. Makes your channel look, superior, whatever you want to call it, official, fancy. So, I'll figure out a way to set it up. Samantha Fox isn't going to move because that's music. That's a Doctor Who calendar. That's Doctor Who stuff, of course, and Star Wars, of course. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with all the 8x10s of the females on the wall, because technically that's entertainment. The hockey cards on the wall, I'm probably just going to chuck them. I have no idea. I don't I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But I've got my jerseys stacked here, stacked here. That's full. I'm trying to that that container's completely full. My dresser over in the corner there, yeah, that's full of jerseys. I've got all my hats here, and jerseys and hats, but I've got it in my mind how I want it to look. So the hockey videos will all be shot on this side, and the basic idea is I want to have a backdrop, which the flags will work for that, and then a backdrop as well. So like a black piece of fabric. Hi, Kitty. I'm not going to hit you, I promise. So like a black piece of fabric to string across, and then yeah, I'm talking about your area, sweetie. Yes, I'm not going to ruin it, but I'm going to have that set up there. And then what I want to do is, because I got shitty carpet, I think it would be nice if I had. It doesn't have to be real. I mean, it could be just pressboard, but some kind of like a wood floor to stand on for my videos, so that it's almost like a dickie. It looks like a turtleneck. It looks like he's wearing, and then you put, and you go, oh, it's nothing. So like it's the dickie of the apartment, in that it would look like a set to anybody who comes on and watch the video. Goes, oh, hey, he's got a set. And then if I pulled out more than a couple of feet, they go, oh, he doesn't. It's not a studio. It's just in his apartment. And then this would be the movie part here. Of course, the glare off the window is something I'd have to deal with too. But like I've cared about it before now. It's not as bad now that the summer's over, of course. Um, it's actually kind of a soft lighting with the clouds. But I'm excited about that. So I just wanted to express that and express um, my opinion of things I saw on television when I came home, which are not of a political nature, as that would cause my video to become demonetized by YouTube. I gotta practice that speech. I have to practice that. But I'm very aware that in terms of where we're at right now with subscribers and with everything, we're probably plateaued for now. But when that regular season comes around, that's when I gotta hit it. That's when I gotta be absolutely 100%, channel oriented. Um, so I'm at work, I'm a parent, or I'm on YouTube, and the rest of my day is there isn't anything. There's basically go get food, and that's basically it. But I've also sworn that starting on payday, I'm gonna cook dinner every night again. Part of the reason I got out of that, this isn't related to hockey, Shannon. Part of it doesn't matter. People are still watching; they don't care anyways. Part of the reason that shut up. Part of the reason that um I got out of cooking, I don't know why I'm making a W, is West Coast bitches. Oh, I swore, and now I can't get monetized. Um, is that my son never came home on time, so I would make dinner and then he wouldn't come home. So I just started just eating out, because it's like, okay, I'm tired of spending half an hour to an hour cooking something, and then it just goes to waste. Like I would save it and be like, oh, I'll eat the leftovers when I get home. I'd leave them in the fridge and be like, oh, I'll eat them tomorrow. So I would end up with just like leftovers and throwing them out and throwing them out. And I was like, there's children in Africa who would be very upset right now. So I'm just going to go to BK, because there's BKs in Africa. So whatever. Um, it ipso facto, it all just works out. I don't think I'm using that correctly. But yeah, so that's all been rattling around in my brain. I'm really anxious to get this started, and I could get this started soon. Um, the one thing I'd ask, and for anybody who's got a channel, like I use the webcam now, which seems to be fine. Like this is fine, and I'm on the couch and I'm fine. I've even looked back at videos over the last 3 months and view counts, and it doesn't seem like it matters if I try to do something fancy with the video. It doesn't seem to affect it one way or the other in terms of view counts, likes, anything else. So this is strictly the trick is this. I want to make sure that I increase the quality of the videos. So I'm either going to get a camcorder. The price doesn't make a difference. So it's not a matter of if I get a camera that has a camcorder in it, or I just get a camcorder. I'm not a picture taker anyways. I'm more likely to take videos than pictures. That's part of the reason a YouTube account exists rather than, all kinds of pictures on Instagram. My Instagram's my cats, basically. It would be my kid, but I don't. He's 16, so I don't know how he feels about me posting pictures of him on social networks. So that's why I don't do it. Um, so there's that. But I really like the idea of having a camcorder. I like the idea of having anything that I can work remotely. So I can set it up, I can sit in front of it, and remotely I can go. So that's what I'm looking at. And then a tripod would be good because then I can make sure everything's centered, and I don't have to rig anything up. And it's not that expensive. But I'm just curious if anybody else has anything out there. I tried looking up videos on kind of equipment to buy, and right away I'm like, this guy got paid by companies to sell their shit. This guy got paid by companies to sell their shit. Like, these guys aren't recommending entry level. They're recommending, one guy recommended about $2,500 worth of equipment. And he's like, if you want to have a good YouTube channel, you have to buy this stuff. And I'm thinking, no, because I've looked at other channels and what they use, and what they use is cheaper than what this guy's trying to sell. So I can call bullshit on that immediately. So right away I'm like, and you're trying to scam me because it doesn't cost $2,500 to start up like he's doing this for starting up. Like if you want to start up a YouTube channel, buy this and this, make sure it's this camera, and it's like, really? Because that camera's $750. The lighting's $600. Wow. Like I saw this, I'm like, I can't do this. So for anybody out there that has a setup, or I don't know, any suggestions are welcome. Basically, I want to make sure that when somebody watches my videos, they fit right in with other videos they're watching on YouTube. Like, no, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of videos from the No. There's two reasons. First off, I get a kick out of their videos. I think the No is entertaining, and you can tell they're attached to Rooster Teeth because they're witty. And I think Ashley Jenkins is the best looking woman on the planet. I think she is. I genuinely think she is. She's married. But I genuinely think she's the best looking woman on planet Earth right now. So that's probably why I'm watching as many of their videos as I am. And it's good to see how video games I've ordered early. I've ordered NHL 17, of course, and I will be doing a franchise mode on that I will only stream. So I will not be playing it when I'm not streaming it. You guys will get access to everything I'm doing, every trade, every game, everything. And I've pre-ordered Battlefield 1 because I want to fly around and dogfight. And I'm going to get shot down, and I'm going to have a horrible rating, and everybody's going to yell at me, and I'm going to get killed quite a bit. But it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a really fun game. So I will definitely be streaming myself playing that as well. I don't have Twitch, technically. I have a Twitch account. I just have never used it. Because part of my issue would be this. I'm not sure on the financial model if it makes more sense to stream to YouTube or stream to Twitch. I'm going to look into it. But I've talked to guys at work and they agree with me. If I'm on Twitch, I'm going to be fighting with some very attractive woman with very attractive cleavage that's very attractively falling out. And I'm not going to win. I'm not even sure how I'm getting subscribers on YouTube. So, anyways, I'll just, this basically is just an update kind of thing, just kind of a stuff rattling around in my brain so I can clear my head and get ready to do a Philly video. I'm sorry I'm wearing a Canucks hat. We can just say I'm being JJ Daigneault today. So I've got the Canucks hat, Flyers jersey, because, and I think Michel Petit played for Philly because he played for everybody. So I'll just say I'm not going to be Michel Petit. He sucked. JJ Daigneault I like, though. I did. Good defenseman. So there's my name drop of the day. Anyways, thanks for what. Oh, Murray Craven. There's another who played for both teams. Murray Craven, one of my favorite Canucks, who for whatever reason they didn't even try to keep him. Well, we had that nice run to the final and whatnot, but we're not going to keep Craven. Idiots. Idiots. Okay. All right. That's it for now, and I will be back with my Philly preview. So stay tuned.